So how to be a success? I'm going to start from the top of the real meaning of success, which is to be joyful, happy, and that's not going to come until we have God. And this is how Yoganandaji talked about success from the biggest picture. I would even say aim high, for the highest. The goal of all life, the goal of Swami Kriyananda said one time that we've probably, according to the Bhagavad Gita and something that Krishna says, we may have had 1 billion lifetimes already. That's how long we've been seeking. And the end goal and the only way to find fulfillment after all these lifetimes is moksha, divine freedom, liberation, merging back into God. And that sounds too high for most people. I think everyone probably says, well, wait a minute, let's start a little bit lower than that. But first of all, don't put it out of the question, out of the picture. Yoganandaji said once that those who learn Kriya Yoga and follow his teachings should hope to become a Jivan Mukta in this lifetime. So let's start by aiming high and putting God first. And I'll talk more about the context of that and coming back down, zooming closer to our own lives and the reality of where we are right now. But when I read Autobiography of a Yogi, I was getting onto the spiritual path, and I had had an experience of God as divine bliss. And I was really sincerely seeking, and I decided to give my life to seeking God and to seeking essentially moksha. I didn't define it that way, or wasn't aware of that. But when I read Autobiography of a Yogi, because in America at that time especially, which was in the 1970s, the early 1970s, we didn't know these ideas and these concepts. So when I read Autobiography of a Yogi about merging back into God, I thought, yes, this is it. He makes it sound like I can do it. This is doable. And he shows how to do it. He did it. He makes it sound easy. I wouldn't go that far, but this Western mind, which had never been trained in how hard it is and how only Babas up in the Himalayas can do it and that kind of thing, I hadn't been brought up with that. So for me, I saw this and I thought, yeah, let's do it. And I moved to Ananda to achieve moksha, basically. And it's really good to have that attitude, because even if you fall short of that, you still put God first, because the only way to get there is putting God first. There's a saying that Yoganandaji often quoted from the Bible: "Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you." And all these things being all the other things that we have to fulfill in this world, of raising a family, of having a business, career, having the financial resources to be able to provide for a house for our family or children or their education, all these things, which are, for many people, this is their dharma in this life, is to help others, to help those who they love, or to help society in a bigger way, of just in a broader way of helping people, and that can require financial resources. Here I am kind of directing Ananda Monastery, and we're finding land. We have found land that we've finished this deal with this land, and it takes money, it takes resources, it takes prosperity in a certain way, or at least magnetically attracting that positive energy that draws success outwardly. And for our monastery, we run they're sort of like businesses, but they have to be run like businesses, but they're serving people. They're serving people learning Kriya Yoga, and our Kriya Yoga home study course and our Hindi Sangha are all being managed by the monastery, essentially as businesses, because we have to be able to give to people and support people. And it's not a business to make a profit, but to make profits, make great saints and sages of all of our students, because that's what's been given to us to do. It wasn't given to us to escape and become a Baba in a cave up in the Himalayas. It was given to us to succeed in our Dharma And other people have a different dharma in this life, their action in this life, of which they incarnated to do something in their life to help others, to learn lessons. And we learn by doing all these things. And so, but still putting God first is how we succeed. Seek ye first the kingdom of God. And in a serious way, not in a passive way of, okay, I'll just go to the temple and I'll do some puja and God will take care of everything for me and I can forget about it. I don't have to put out any energy beyond that. But we have to put out the effort to succeed, spiritually especially. But if we put out the right kind of effort with some sadhana, devotion, chanting, spiritual practices as given by one's guru, whoever your guru is, and apply these things to our daily lives, because we're not going to meditate 24 hours a day. We still have a life, a dharma out there in the world to fulfill. But when we have that spiritual power of God, the guru, spiritual magnetism behind us, but through our own effort, this is what Swami Kriyananda referred to as cooperating with grace, because we do have to put out our part and put out our energy. And when we do, we enter into this flow of divine grace when we do it with God, with putting God first. And this is why seek ye first the kingdom of God. And this means seek it with real energy and effort, the way Yoganandaji put it. And this is one of the beautiful things. People think, well, yeah, moksha, that's impossible. But they think, okay, but I can become a millionaire. This is something that Yoganandaji said that I always found fascinating. He says, not all the people of the earth can become millionaires, but all people by real effort can regain their lost divinity and become sons of God. And basically he was saying it's easier to achieve moksha than to become a millionaire. And yet we put moksha as this impossible thing. And yet that is our destiny, our birthright it is, actually. And so much of what Yoganandaji came to bring to us was how to do that, but also to be a success in this world at the same time. And this is the beauty of what he brought, and the way Swami Kriyanandaji brought these things into, much clearer expression in business and family, in the arts, in friendship, in all these different areas of life. But again, start with God first. So finally, Yoganandaji also says most people reason that if they first have prosperity, then they can think of God. And this is putting it the opposite way. Seek ye first the kingdom of prosperity, and then I'll seek God. And you see people do this. They think, okay, I'm going to have a prosperous life, I'll earn money, and then I'll retire, and then I'll be able to meditate and seek God. And it's putting, as they say, the cart before the horse. You have to have the horse pulling the cart because the cart's not going to pull the horse. And so this is seek ye first the kingdom of God. And again, Yoganandaji, most people reason that if they first have prosperity, then they can think of God. But you must have God first. If you once have that great contact with God, then the prosperity of the universe will be at your feet. Don't forget that God is your provider. And so this is the idea of cooperating with grace. It's putting out our energy. Yoganandaji said that success on the spiritual path depends 25% on our effort, 25% on the Guru's effort on our behalf, 75% or 50% on the grace of God. But he said that 25%, that's our effort, we have to give 100% of our energy to cooperate with that grace and attract that grace. And you could almost say that this formula applies to success in anything, not just spiritual success, but success in everything that we're trying to do. And again, I've seen with our monastery that when we put God first with meditation, sadhana, and understand really clearly that we are not the great doers of everything. It doesn't all depend on Devarshi making all the big right decisions and putting out the right energy and, I did it, I succeeded, because if I think that way, boy, it goes downhill really, really fast, and I get out of tune with God. And I think God says, okay, yeah, you can do it by yourself. Let's see how you do. We'll step aside. And it's the same with everything that we do. All the different dharmas that we all have, we must do it with God as our main partner in the business and in life, in family, in everything that we're doing. And when we put out the right kind of energy with sadhana, putting God first, but then bringing that inspiration, that joy, that devotional giving that starts to naturally happen when we're in tune with the flow of grace, then we're able to give to our family and not just be bashed around by all the family issues that come up. And we're able to be a cause rather than an effect. And so look at your dharma in life. It is important to understand what it is. One time, someone asked Swamiji this question, what is my dharma? And they were asking it in a very important way. Like, my dharma is to do something really great and but I don't know what it is. And Swamiji's answer was very practical, very simple. He said, your dharma is to do what's right in front of you right now. And basically he was saying, get real. This is just, you can't have your head in the clouds and kind of sit waiting to try to figure it out what your grand dharma is. He was saying if you put out the right energy right now, right where you are right now, then your life will start to unfold and develop and grow. And you will really start to understand what your duty in life and how to do it. So in these coming weeks, there will be a lot of tools for how to succeed, because that's the how of it. And here I'm just talking a little bit about what it does really mean to succeed, to have joy, to be in God, to fulfill your duties in life the best that you can. But even then, some people, I think Swamiji said this one time, that for some people, they don't have the karma to succeed outwardly in life. He says it's like they came to be a glorious failure in life in some way, and it's very few people who have that. I'm sure it's nobody here in this room. But he was saying that for some people, that's the lesson. Maybe they needed to learn the humility. But our part is not to decide how grandiose our success is going to be or how great we're going to be. Our role is simply to put out our best energy with God and with Guru. And then their design for our life will start to manifest and start to fulfill in the highest and in the best way for us and for those who are around us, our family and friends, the people that we're serving in life. And so this is the how and the what is of success. So Premdas will share some more about some of the hows and some tools right away to start using. And we will have a lot of tools to share in these coming weeks.
Thank you, Devashiki, and good evening, everyone. So this is again a joy to be sharing with all of you. So today I have this small plan for myself. So we'll be doing a chant, a visualization on energy and success, and I'll share a few words and then pass it to Devashiji. So this chant, which I'm planning to do, is through all trials we sing thy name. I'll request also Ashish ji to share it in the chat. So this chant has been helpful to me whenever I needed that perseverance, dedication, and so please sing along. Like Devashiji said, if we seek God first, and as it's mentioned, then all other goals also, God will take care of all our needs. So please sing along. Through all trials we sing thy name. Joy in thee is life's sole aim. Through all trials we sing thy name. Joy in thee is life's sole aim. Through all trials trials we sing thy name. Joy in this life so lame. Through all trials we sing thy name. Joy in this life so lame. Through all trials we sing thy name. Joy in this life so lame. Through all trials we sing thy name. Joy in this life so lame. Through all trials we sing thy name. Joy in this life so lame. Through all trials we sing thy name. Joy in this life so lame. Through all trials we sing thy name. Joy in this life so lame. Through all trials we sing thy name. Joy in this life so lame. Let's keep our eyes closed. So, let's tense our whole body with a double breath. Vibrate your body, then relax and feel. Let's do this few more times, filling our entire body with energy. Relax and feel one more time. Vibrate, fill your body with energy. Release all the tensions. Now try to relax the entire body from your feet, your knees. Release the tensions, your abdomen, where we tend to hold tensions, the shoulders, where we subconsciously try to carry the loads, the mouth, the jaw. Feel your entire body relaxed. Now let's do a even count breathing. Let's inhale for 8 counts. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Take a deeper breath this time, filling your whole body with energy, and with the exhalation, feeling God's joy and releasing any little tensions that are within you. Try to enjoy the state of stillness. Now try to become aware of this medulla, the region at the back of our neck. This is the point from where we receive all the energy. It's called the mouth of God. Try to visualize and feel, see a sea of energy, conscious energy, flooding your body from this point. Feel it fill your head, your neck, shoulders, chest, abdomen, your legs, your entire being is being filled with the sea of conscious energy. Now try to become aware of this point near the eyebrows, the spiritual eye region, which is the center of willpower also, joy, willpower. Now try to feel the energy and a light increasing near the forehead by drawing this intelligent energy from the universe, from God. So if you're becoming one with it, the light increasing as the sun's light increases throughout the day, filling your entire head, then slowly filling your neck, hands, chest, abdomen, your entire body. Now, being filled with this light, golden light, intelligent, conscious light. Try to feel this light expanding and trying to form a bubble around you, a bubble of protection. A bubble of giving you the energy to face any challenge. This dynamic power. Also, this bubble is also filled with God's kindness. So it's not just power and energy, it also has love, kindness filled with it, balancing this power and energy of God. Also visualizing God's success filling this bubble. The energy of success, His magnetism and energy filling this bubble. And with His energy and strength, we are being given this, transferred this energy and success to face challenges as we continue to be in tune with His will. Become one with this light, success. Feel that His presence reaching your deepest centers within your own being, and also sharing this with the entire surrounding around you, expanding. So let's for the next 30 seconds, try to feel God's energy and success in form of joy, and try to be in the stillness. Now at the spiritual eye, offering gratitude to Him for all His gifts to us, for His continuous gifts, because we are His child. The universe is ours when we realize the oneness with Him. Slowly becoming aware of the surroundings around you, the sounds, and opening your eyes. So, friends, with about how to be a success, the affirmations truly help us. After meditations, you can do some affirmations for success, and visualizations also help you. And regarding success, Params Yogananda ji in his book How to Be a Success, in the first chapter, he also says success not only depends on the energy, efficiency, and your intelligence, it also depends on your past actions and karma. And he said that you can change it with your contact with God and with that super conscious power of God, that you'll be able to change all that, change your energy and magnetism to attract that success. And also, I'm just offering this one thing which is also was described in that chapter, that maybe take up a small challenge, that a task. For example, he told us 3 points. Choose a task which you have never done before, or which you wanted to do it. Start with a simpler one. Choose a task. Then second, just make sure that it's constructive, not harmful to anyone, and it's feasible, that it can be also done. It's not too far away. And third one, once you know these 2 points, just put all your energy, invite His presence, and put all the efforts involved to reach that goal. And please try this during this week. So I've also been trying recently with some cooking new dishes. That's one example I can think right away. So you can also think of something like that, so which is not too far off, but also use your dynamic willpower to bring God's success and make it a success. When we bring God in our lives, some of the success is much more meaningful, and we can also share it with others in a much grateful way. I'll just request Devashiji to end with some closing words.
Thank you, Premdas. So, as Premdas advised, let's in this coming week, if you want to be working with this idea of success, yes, read Yoganandaji's words about it, but more importantly, do something, anything. This visualization is really, really helpful that Premdas just shared. Thinking and bringing God into more and more into our daily life, into our duties with family, with friends, with business. Try to have God as the partner, Divine Mother as the partner in all these things, whatever we do this week. This is what I have found actually is the most powerful and most simple tool of just putting God first and bringing God into all of my actions. And yeah, sometimes our minds have to work hard at concentrating on something, but try to feel God's presence next to you as the Guru, as the Divine Mother, with us, guiding us, encouraging us, giving us that strength and power that really allows us to succeed. So we'll share more next week. It's been a joy being with you. Thank you for coming.